Dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria. Wow! Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig
it? What's up, you spooky freaks, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I've got an interestingly strange flick lined up for us. It is Richard Marquand's 1978, well, I guess it would be an underrated cult classic gem. Guys, it is The Legacy, and this one's all kinds of haunting fun and just a real treat to watch, so let's just jump right into this. Here is The Legacy. The Legacy is a haunting and truly mysterious horror oddity, which basks in its healthy cast of memorable characters and its deadly atmosphere and sinister flavor. Shot in lavish style and posh locations by director Richard Marquand, this delirious late 70s production spins a wild tale that tickles the spine as well as intrigue the mind with its engaging plot and constant twists and turns. Bound with a magical, sadistic flair, The Legacy is a classy film production that will sweep you up in its fantasy horror world, and in the end, drop you right on your head. The film follows a young couple named Margaret Walsh and Pete Danner, who travel to a lavish estate in the English countryside after Maggie receives a mysterious invitation. Once arriving at the mansion, they are greeted by 5 of the most powerful people in the world, who are meeting in order to inherit a wealthy legacy from an elusive benefactor named Mr. Montolive. Shockingly, the guests begin to die in quick and unusual succession, leaving Maggie and Pete to wonder if they'll be the next victims of this accursed vacation from hell. With prestige and a hell of a lot of class, the 2 main stars of the film are Catherine Ross and Sam Elliott as Margaret Walsh and Pete Danner, the love-struck couple at the center of this mesmerizing story and the central protagonists of this sadistic plot. Both Ross and Elliott do an amazing job with the material, with Ross performing in constant haunting fashion, and Elliott giving his all as the protective hero of the piece. They riff off each other with the greatest of ease, and the chemistry between the two is wonderful, and a perfect juxtaposition against all of the strangeness that occurs in the flick. Their performances are grounded and genuine, giving the production a sense of weight and plausibility, and a great tipping point to balance out the loftier elements of the movie. Lending a hand in filling out the rest of this weird cinematic world is a gaggle of respectable thespians and outstanding performers, who all put in their 2 cents to flesh out the narrative. The main players of this sinister yarn are Charles Gray as Carl Liebknecht, a wealthy and distinguished gentleman who's got a few skeletons in his closet. John Standing as Jason Montolive, a peculiar individual who binds all the guests in a mysterious pact. Margaret Tizak as Nurse Adams, a stern medical practitioner who seems ghostly in spirit. Ian Hogg as Harry, the chauffeur of the lavish estate and apparent muscle of Mr. Montolive. And finally, Roger Daltrey as Clive Jackson, a sarcastic and eccentric rock star whose fame and fortune seem connected to this unorthodox meeting at the mansion. Extremely diverse and reputable across the board, the cast is wonderful in their roles, and they give the film an added sense of wonder and awe that's especially effective in cranking up the mystery and intrigue of the picture. Mystery is the name of the game with this particular flick, as secrecy runs rampant in every crevice of the story. Totally haunting and spiritual in nature, the production abounds in occult wonder and creepy thrills, making for an interesting combination of ghost story elements meeting satanic rites that truly sets it apart from other productions of its ilk. It's extremely brooding and ridiculously thrilling, as the death toll rises and the stakes of the game begin to rise wildly out of control. It's a remarkable balance of restraint and class that the production maintains, and it's all due to the quality of the cast and the expert direction of everyone involved. Drenched in strangeness and often feeling dreamlike, The Legacy is a fabulous and fantastic horror flick, and one that packs a great deal of intrigue into its hour and 42-minute runtime. As spooky as it is daring, the film will without a doubt hook you from the start, as it weaves its twisted tale of ill intentions and corrupt power, with unbelievably unpredictable results. In the end, The Legacy is a crafty horror concoction that's drenched in mystery and robust with devilish delight. And there you go, you satanic gaggle of freaks. That is the very, very haunting, very classy horror film, The Legacy. Just, yeah, very strange. They keep things simple. They don't go too overboard with things, but they really maintain a great atmosphere that is felt through and through throughout this classic horror film. But guys, that is it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you all at the next movie review. Take care.